Hello, welcome to Scrap Time episode 920. My name is Christina. On today's episode, Dina Wakley is going to be making us this tag that one of you will have a chance to win.
Hi, I'm Dina Wakley and I'm at CHA in Anaheim, and I'm going to show you a watery technique that you can do with my new acrylic paint in the Dina Wakley media line. So I have a tag here, and what's on my tag is gesso that I just brushed through a stencil. So that fern is gesso, it's nice and dry, and the rest of it is an unprimed tag. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put a couple of colors of acrylic on the tag. And then I'm going to add a lot of water to it because I want that acrylic to kind of turn into watercolor paint. And what's cool is you can get it watery and drippy and get a very muted look with it. And then if you'll notice, what happens is the water starts to run off the gesso and the gesso resists that water. And so I can take my trusty dusty paper towels here, and if I want that fern to be even whiter, I go ahead and I carefully remove the water that's still on top of the fern, and it will help that pop out even more. I could roll the whole thing with paper towels, but I don't want to blot all that lovely paint up. So I've got this great little watercolor look going on. I think I even want it to be a little pinker at the top, so I'm going to just rub some pink paint with my finger in there. Fingers are your best tools for cooking and for painting, right? So there's my little tag, and now what I'm going to do is stamp and paint one of my little bird stamps on it. So I have this new set of stamps here, these little birds. I hand drew them and then I made them into rubber stamps. I used to teach a bird drawing class and people did awesome, but sometimes they would, they're like, well, I'm never doing that. That was fun, but I'm never doing it again. So now you can stamp them and they're done for you. So I'm going to ink my stamp with archival. This is really the only ink that I use because it's permanent. It will stamp on the acrylic. It just rocks the cat's paw. So I'm going to stamp my bird kind of in this open area right here. You know me, I always leave my white space. I always leave a little bit unpainted. It's just what I need to do to like what I do. So then I'm going to take my fine brush and I'm going to start painting my bird. So I've got some of my colors over there. I have a little fetish for bluebirds, so I'm going to paint my bird blue. And I'm not that good at coloring things in. I'm not good with Copics. It's just not my strength. But if you're a Copic person, how awesome would these birds be colored in with Copic markers? If you do one of those, please email me and send it to me. I would love to see it. So I did my sky color of paint. Now I'm doing my lapis, and I didn't put my brush in the water because I want these paints to blend. So the lapis, I just want it for shading a little bit. I'm gonna shade it a little on top and on the sides. The paints are so easy to use. Even though I don't love coloring things, I love painting things. And for me, painting's not coloring. So just a few simple brush strokes will get you an image that's painterly and color, and people will think you drew it. So I'm going to paint yellow on the breast of the bird. He would be a cute little robin too, wouldn't he?
He would.
He'd be adorable. So there's my little bird. Sometimes if I accidentally, stamp imperfectly, because hey, look, none of us are perfect. Or if, in this case, I stamped and it was still kind of wet over here, I'll take my pencil and I will draw the lines back in. Or when you're painting over a stamped image, sometimes you paint over those lines, even if you're trying to avoid them. And so just draw them back in with a pen or a pencil with a water brush filled with black ink. I could put a funky little hat on them. Wouldn't that be cute? Let's do that. I have a thing for birds and funky hats. I have no idea why. So let's put a little hat on him. I'm going to give him a little orange beak. And then I'm going to give him a catch light. So that just means white paint or gesso. I left the catch light in the stamp. See that little white dot in the eye? That's the catch light. And that's how a living creature looks alive, is with the reflection of light in the eye. And so to even make that stronger, I'm going to take white paint, I'm going to just put a little dot in that catch light. And then I've learned too that a little white paint under the eye of the bird just brightens him up, just like Lancome for a bird. Make him nice and bright. Maybe give him a little white paint in the center of the breast for a highlight. And then let's give him a hat color as well. So easy and quick. I mean, you could make a bunch of different birdies, card fronts. You could do it on tags. Have them ready so that when you need a card, they're done. It's done for you. Give them a little green hat. One of my favorite things to do for these little birdies as well is to draw a little heart on their breast. So right there in the yellow, I'm going to take my pencil and I'm going to draw a little heart. Now notice how I've lost my line a little bit, and that happens when you paint because you get near that pencil, right? This is that Stabilo that's water soluble. I just go put it back. Put the line back where it's supposed to be. It's awesome. Little polka dots in the hat would be adorable too, but I'll let you do that at home. Let's go ahead and draw a little heart right there. I'm going to use my ruby red paint. Just put it right there. I did include primary colors in my paint palette because primary colors are how you mix really good flesh tones. So you mix red, yellow, and blue, and then that makes brown. And then you add enough white, and it starts looking like foundation. And then you just keep adding white until you get the skin tone that you're going for. And it's very simple to mix a flesh tone with primary colors. And plus, you got to have some red for those little hearts that you make, those cute little accents. So here's my little birdie tag. You can stamp one of the sayings. Let's give them a little sentiment as well. Let's see. I love this one. Keep a green bough in your heart and the singing bird will come. So it's a sweet little sentiment. And then you are done with your hand-painted bird. Ta-da! So I hope you try the Dina Wakley media line. I'd love to see what you do. Please tweet me, email me, give me a link to your blog, and I'll come and leave you some love. And I can't wait to see what you make with my line.
Well, that's it for today's episode. However, if you'd like to win the tag that Dina just made, visit us at www.scraptime.ca to enter on our blog. And on our next episode, we have a demo of the 2-color letterpressing from We Are Memory Keepers. So please join us. Thanks for watching Scrap Time.